but not just the food, also the quality with the people you are surrounded by as well is a big subject, but you should also choose your time with who you want to spend time, but not in a bad way. Like lately, I'm hearing some people say no because she doesn't give me a good energy, or she doesn't give me anything in return, or it's out of interest. Because I wouldn't say that. I will say if you want to spend time of yourself, choose it right for you, even that person is going to give you a challenge in your mind. Because lately people are more in towards of what I'm going to gain from that person, and to me that's not where you're supposed to go. To me it's more, what I'm going to learn from this person, no matter who is gonna give you stress or another challenge, or is you're gonna lose your patience. Is this make sense what I'm saying?
Yes, it makes sense. But I have a question for you. Because I have thought about a lot about that. Who does nourish me as a person, or who is using me as a person? It's like Veronica said something earlier. Said this when we were talking before we started recording. She said something about many people use you. You have people you can talk to, and you have good vibes together. And there are many people that just come to you with the problems they have. They never ask you, how are you? How are you doing? How can I help you? So is it right for us, or to take distance from the kind of people that just come to us with their problems, telling us what their problem is, but never calls you to ask you, how are you doing?
This
What do
is
you?
really, really good question, because in the very beginning of my this path, I always get distance because I was absorbed by the situation. Now the same people are calling me, but I don't absorb. I observe, and I don't, because it's the same narrative. I don't really absorb what they are because they want to gain your energy. I mean, what they want to take your energy. I just observe how I'm going to react. Is a good day for me to observe, or is a good day for me to say, you know what, today I'm not going to answer the phone because I choose myself right now. We all depend on how you are energetically. I think because before I just don't answer the phone. Nowadays, I will answer anyone, but I won't take you as a challenge. I will just observe how much I can get from this, or how am I going to react, or what I'm gonna think about this situation. Is this make sense?
But I wouldn't necessarily call them my friends then, if that's what the relationship is.
They're still my friends. This is the thing. It's a very it's a good topic though. They're still my friends. Even they are thinking what they're going to gain from me. Why? Because you need to establish yourself how much you can allow to them to get from you. Like don't cross the border. When you cross the border, that's when they disrespect you. As long as they don't disrespect you, but they still thinking, because the way of they how they think is always gonna be there, mm, the way they how they think. But me, I'm giving my friendship without no interest. Absolutely. It's the same as, for example, when someone asks you for money, okay? Life taught me this thing. Do never ever expect to the same person to return your money, because it's really sad and it is really tough. But the person that they borrow you money from you, they will say, I give you back, will give you back. And the more they say, I will give you back, you expecting this person to give you back the money, and they will never give you back the money. So you create so much this, like you are so super disappointed towards this person, and all the expectations of human or life in general, you just lose the faith of it. So I taught by experience, I learned by experience that do not get from the same person. If you give something to this person, give it out of interest. Unless this person is disrespecting you, that's another thing. But in this case, they're still my friends. I still know that they want something from me. And my relationship is genuine. I will give them without any interest or expecting nothing from them. It's a decision. I'm not saying that you need to live this way, but it's a decision I make for myself so I can live more in peace with myself. Does this make sense?
For me, it makes sense. Well, let me see if you tried to tell me that it's not about the person or what the person wants for you. It's about what you are aware that you're giving to the person. It's like for example, time. If the person, because if somebody's using me, I wouldn't let them call me every day, as an example. I would go out with them sometimes to have an experience, a chat about the weather or dogs or something else. That doesn't mean that but maybe they're not the persons I would call if I need help or something. But I still in communication with them. I still talk, I still listen to them. And even if I see the solution they could have in their lives by doing something else, as long as they don't ask me, I won't tell them because of what I said earlier. I had to be asked to help in order to help, to not going against the free will principle. Am I understanding in a, because I like the way you look at it. And when you say that everybody, anyways, they're your friend because you got in connection with them for one or another reason. It's like it's deciding if you let them abuse you or not.
That's something else. I end up friendship and saying from one day to another, I don't want to see you again. Because that was like there was a disrespect, they were very disrespectful and so on. But as long as they don't pass the border of to me, to me, of that, I can always be happy to help, within my limits and my borders, of course. Yeah.
I think I'm a bit different, and I appreciate that we are different and that we can have different opinions. But for me, I can't. This person sure can offer me some experience, and I will not avoid them. Well, if we go and meet in a group, perhaps sometimes in a smaller group, but to me, this is not going to be my friend. I will sure serve, help, an opinion, or I will sure try to give them if they ask me, but I will not consider them my friends, and I'll create wall, and they will not know anything about me until they ask, which they never will. So that is not a relationship. That is just coexisting in the same space, in the same energy. And sure, we are together for a reason, and perhaps I'm gaining experience from being in the same room, but this is not my friend. I don't owe this person anything. If there was a moment I had to choose, I would not care what happens because that's not my friend, even though we know each other for, let's say, 5 years. But if I don't feel like this person is trying to understand me, then I will not call that person my friend. But I have very strict criterion of who is my friend. And I have very few, and I have a lot of colleagues. Well, but in Polish we have two words for colleague and friend. So acquaintances. In English, friends, you can call anyone friends. But to me, friend is a best friend in a way. So I have many acquaintances and it's very easygoing, but I don't care deeply about them. And maybe it's harsh, but it's very few space for in my heart for very few people that I will call friends, and I will have to have it mutual. Otherwise, it's just experience. It's just the wind passing by.
I understand the point of view and I respect it, and I respect also Janice. I think actually we're talking about the same thing, but we are expressing it in a different way because I am also a helper and I want to help anybody that comes and asks me for help, even people I don't know. Uh, but maybe it's about how we express ourselves, and how we, because it's the nature of human trying to help others if we let our nature take over. But I believe also that friends, we first have to do the definition of friendship. What is friendship? And for me, friendship is secret. It's sacred. It's like holy. I'm not friends with everybody. Not everybody has my personal phone. Not even people in my family have. My children have, or my husband and my mother did, but I'm not sharing my personal phone with many people. And then you can see who my friends are. Those of so have that my phone, personal phone, then they're my friends. And the reason is because I am there for them anytime they they need me, and because I know I can help them anytime they need, or they can, if I call them, is many few people I know I could call at 3 o'clock in the morning because I have a problem. I wouldn't call just somebody. I would call who I know would listen to me there. And I think that friendship also has to, it's a two-way street. It's not, I know that people are in different areas in their development, and some people will never ever come to their development in this life. I know, and I respect that. But where do I put my hands in when I'm vulnerable, when I'm deeply sad? That would be my friends. My children are my friends. I would talk with them about everything, and my husband. And sometimes, yeah, sometimes I have to protect them for things because moms do that. But what do we do when we need to express ourselves, for example, in situations that somebody we love? One thing is that somebody that I don't consider my good friend, I will go with Veronica. They're my best friends. They know what they're hurting me, and then they will won't take a long time till they say I'm sorry. It has happened. But when you have given friendship to somebody and you have nourished that relationship, and then suddenly you feel betrayed, I I go to forgiveness, to work with forgiveness, to let go of the pain, because we are humans, right? And we get hurt, and then the relationship changes. Dennis, you said something about we should know who we use our time with. It's like you have a container of energy. Who do I give this precious, fantastic energy to? Can I give it to anybody? No, this is the reason I'm not friends with everybody. And I'm friends with my clients. I can, but I know also that I cannot be like buddy with them in a way, because I am the person they're looking up to, the person that's seeking for help. And we make jokes and all that stuff, but it's not everybody. I don't know if I'm expressing myself right now. If I'm making any
Exactly. I
sense.
have exactly the same. I meet tens of people every day, and not all of them will I call my friends at work. And some of them, they get they how do you call, not upgrade, but they jump higher up on the priority. But then that's because they became mutual. If I allowed everyone to be my friend, I would have 100 friends every day from each studio that I go to. And I can't do that. I have to protect myself in a way. I have to close it off and just have a smile and pleasant, working approach. And that doesn't mean I don't like them. They're not experienced, but I just have so many people that I surround myself with that I need to pick carefully. It's very valuable juice, this energy.
I like that. But it's very valuable, eh? And it's a juice for not only people around you, but lots of things in this world. I do agree with you because that makes me think. There's a lot of people that are telling me, no, I don't. I just hang out, or I have only two friends, the ones that I just going out with them, and I barely see them. And I'm thinking, this is very interesting. And then I ask, why? Why you choose only to have two friends? And they said, because I cut them off, the majority of my friends, from my life. And it happened to me that my very best friends, I have them since I am in this journey, and I'm very lucky because it's been a while. So I share a lot of things in common and with all of them that I can be myself and express myself freely. And to me, that's one of the values in friendship that I need to be me, myself. If I'm not myself, I cannot be friends with you. You're just going to be my acquaintances. I'm very lucky because I'm express myself how I really am with all of them. And that's the beauty of it. Yeah, I don't consider myself that I need to cut people from. I have priorities, yes, but I'm in a state of my life. I'm very lucky. I get to choose with one with whom I'm talking and share my juicy energy. It also depends on the stage of where you are as well in life. If you get to be yourself all the time, it's very a privilege, though. I'm not in my job, not as a coach, but with my friends and with my family, I am who I am in front or behind the cameras as well, behind this podcast. But yeah, is this happening to you guys as well? If you really get to be yourself with everyone, with your friends, actually, with the closest person, I don't know, I consider myself very lucky that I can be myself with the people that I consider my friends. So, yeah, I'm lucky on that sense.
I say with my friends, I am myself. With my family, I am myself. But don't we all put mask or behave differently with other people around that we don't know so much? But I'm able to be myself and make fun and do, you know, childish things and still I love laughing and I love enjoying life. So usually when I am myself, I am very in that thinking, solve solution state. So when somebody tells me that they have a problem, and I just go like, oh, but if they could do this and this and that, this is part of what I do. I'm trying to do that. So somebody says, "What do you think?" And I go, "Do you really want to hear what I think? Are you sure you want to hear what I think?" Because yeah. So sometimes I just quiet and just listen to them and try to avoid to if they ask me, I will say, but many people find me that I'm not that friendly when I tell what I believe. But I respect very much the decision of other people. But if they ask me, then I will be very blunt. And many people maybe don't like it. So I try not to be like that together with people that I don't know that much.
I witnessed that at one point. We were sitting with a friend, and then he was saying something about his job and asking for people's opinion. And then you asked me, and you said, "Are you sure you're ready for this? I will tell you." And he was like, "Yes, yes, yes. I was ready." And then the milk spilled, and then it was maybe not so friendly, but it was to the point and very honest. And he took it on himself, right? He said he was ready, so I know what you mean. But I think if someone is nah, it's maybe not true, but a true friend will handle it.
I don't think it has to be a true friend, but that's what I'm very very careful about. It's like if I'm together with my students or my, I usually tell them I have a theory. Do you want to hear it? And they know what it means. They says that I'm taking my bath. I want to be blunt with them, and they can say no, I don't want to hear it today, and that's okay. So sometimes they say, "Yes, give it to me, please." And I think it's a good thing, but it's for me it's a superpower that I can see that I can see what's happening to people, and I can tell them this has to do with this, and it's like I go in my mind, and I everything clicks, and I say, "Oh, this is the thing." and I will know the solution. But not everybody is ready to hear it, and I have to be very, very aware of that.
Not
Yes.
everybody is ready to do the work, the real work.
Just continuing the last question, I actually have an answer. When you asked about being true self, and then I thought, I think I have a few different personalities that sometimes they take different charge, and then they kind of they are in highlight more. So for instance, sometimes I just want to be goofy and childish, and I have some friends that I just love doing that, you know, just lying on the floor, I don't know, throwing balls at each other, and it's just, and that's me. It is me. And then another time I really like sitting down and saying profound things and being spiritual, and that's a huge part of me that I perhaps couldn't be with that one friend. I couldn't go full blown spiritual, but that doesn't bother me because she's not ready for it, and it's not how we know each other, and I don't mind because I can have such a big part of myself being true with her that we are really good friends, and with someone else I will be exploring the part of being sporty and being active, and that's also me. So I think it's very rare to find one person who is exactly responsive to every part of you. I think that's very rare. Well, I have it with my partner, but I'm also considering myself very lucky.
I think it's that's why we see we have found the what's it called, alma gemela, soulmate. Soulmate doesn't necessarily have to do with love of opposite sex or anything like that. It has to do with a person that understands you and accepts you who you are and laughs with you and cries with you, and you can be goofy with, or you can be super super spiritual with, or super whatever, and the person will go on you. And when you find that kind of people around you, you take care of them. You really take care of them.
Beautiful.
That was all of Essence Talks for today. Thank you so much for listening, and remember to follow us on Instagram and YouTube. Bye bye.